So yesterday we got the February Direct, and there were a lot of hyped announcements, but one of the better announcements was a closer look at The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So we're going to go over that today. But before we do that, make sure you like, you subscribe, and you hit the bell so you know when I upload. Alright, so before we even get into what we actually saw yesterday, I'm going to talk about the whole $70 price point thing and how some people are in the rage about it and some people really don't care about it. And I fall to the side where I don't really care about it. I mean, first of all, it's not that much of a hike, you know, a price hike, but you know, I know how the economy is nowadays, so people are going to complain about any price. But $70 for this game is not a bad thing, in my opinion, because it's a premium. It's like the best experience that you're probably going to get on this console. One of the best experience that you're going to get on this console. Like, for everyone who's played the original Breath of the Wild, you can, like, if you played it, you can vouch for it and be like, yeah, if it was $70, you probably pay $70. Like, you'd be okay with paying $70 for it. So if we know the experience we got from Breath of the Wild, and this is Tears, the sequel to it, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be better than, you know, the original one. But as far as like Nintendo releasing $70 games in the future, as long as it's, you know, one of their AAA titles, you know, their flagship titles, the Zeldas, the Marios, the Smash, maybe even Mario Kart, maybe. What else? I wouldn't even say Pokemon, but you know, if it's one of their main flagship titles and it's $70 and you know you're gonna get a quality game, then fair, then fine. You know, I'll pay it. I don't care. But if it's like, you know, Pikmin or let's see, what else is like a smaller Nintendo IP? Kirby. That's like, okay, if you're pricing Kirby or Pikmin or WarioWare or something like that, you're pricing that at $70, then okay, maybe we might have to, you know, maybe I might have to step back and be like, okay, Nintendo, you can't do it. But they already said in the statement that they're not going to price everything at $70. You know, it's not the main. This is not the you know, the price for all their games. And we've already, like, in the past, we've already seen that some of their games are 60, some might be 40. You know, depending on what it is. Like Metroid, the remaster, Metroid Prime remaster, that game's $40. So, and that game looks like that. It looks amazing. So, and that's only $40. So, yeah, they're not, as long as all their games aren't $70 from now on, then I don't see really a problem with it. You know, just the main ones. This game's worth $70. You know it is. And the people who are complaining about it are probably the ones that are going to buy it. So, it is what it is. But yeah, $70, I'm cool with it. I pay $100 for it. It just looks that good. All right, and now we're gonna get into the actual footage, and they finally showed us some more of this game because it seems like they were like so secretive with what was going on in this game. Like it was crazy. But off the rip, I can tell you right now, this game's gonna be darker, way darker as far as like the story goes and what we see in this game. It's gonna be way darker than Breath of the Wild. Like, it's just. Is this I seen the blood moon and I'm like, is it going to be a blood moon out 24/7, or whenever it goes nighttime, is it always going to be a blood moon? Like, my initial thoughts when I first saw it was like, when I seen all those enemies and stuff coming out, I was like, yeah, this is going to be probably a real dark experience, and probably it might be harder than the original Breath of the Wild too. That's what it's looking like. Looks like it's hella enemies. And hella new enemies too. They're them flying lizards now. Like, I remember the lizards from the first one. I forgot what their name is, but you know, they're flying now. You got some carrying the moblins and stuff. It's insane. And it looks like I made a video earlier talking about, you know, Link's hand and stuff, but I couldn't post it because, you know, we got more footage. But his hand is probably the new Shikai Slate, which it has all the abilities and stuff. But there was a scene where this dude he shot an arrow and it's like tracing the enemy. He had one scene where his hand's controlling like a cart and he's picking stuff up, and it's crazy. Like, I think this game's gonna be phenomenal. I also predicted in that video that I made, I predicted that there was going to be a lot of sections in the sky, which, I mean, that was pretty like that was like a no-brainer for this one. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff in the sky, but I also think it's going to be an underground area too, maybe because of the first trailer. So yeah, that sounds like, or that seems like it's going to be pretty good. But yeah, I think this game is going to be a whole nother separate experience from the original Breath of the Wild. I think we are in for the game of the year for sure. I don't think anything else can come out this year that's going to top it. And I think Nintendo knows that as well, because the release lineup for, you know, most of the games that they have, they're not really heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? This is the only game that we have coming out that's like, you know, AAA, I would say. So yeah, we'll see about it though. And as far as the story goes, we kind of really didn't get anything. You know, they didn't show anything, which I would expect that because they're secretive with this game. But all we got was, you know, we heard Ganon's voice. I'm assuming that was his voice. And you know, we saw Hyrule Castle rising and it getting destroyed, and then we saw Link's arm messed up. We saw Zelda falling. We heard Zelda say some words, and that was it. We really don't know really the story. My guess is Ganon comes back. You know, he makes the whole Hyrule look terrible, and Link's got to figure out a way to stop him. I mean, that's the only thing I can get out of this. But yeah, I'm liking the new enemies. I'm liking the new mechanics that they put in there. The whole air in the air thing. But here's another thing. I want to know, is there going to be traditional dungeons, or are we getting shrines back? Because I ain't seen any shrines in any of these trailers. So, or is everything in the sky going to be dungeons? Like, I don't know. And I didn't see any of the divine beasts. So are we getting, you know, how's this game going to be? Because I know I could tell you that it's going to be similar to Breath of the Wild, but I think it's going to be like Breath of the Wild on steroids. That's what this game is looking like. It's looking like Breath of the Wild on steroids. All the ideas that they left out of the first one, or they couldn't put in the first one, they're just adding into this. And I'm looking at a scene right now, and it looks like he is underground. Either that or he's in a cave. So yeah, it's going to be areas underground and above in the air. But another thing, like I'm just looking at paused screenshots, and there's a lot of stuff. Like, you could literally make a whole analysis video on this trailer. This is the most they've shown. I would also like it if Link could swim underwater, and they were like underwater stuff, but I doubt it. You know, I doubt it. We haven't seen anything about that, but I doubt it. So yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it for this video. That's my initial thoughts really on this game, or what we saw yesterday. I hope the story's better, and I hope, what else? I hope it doesn't rain a lot, but I know it's gonna rain a lot. And people complain about the weapons breaking, but I don't care about the weapons breaking. Hopefully we can change the difficulty from the jump instead of just beating the game and being able to change it. So, but yeah, that's basically all. Like, those are all my thoughts on this game. I'm excited for it. $70, I don't care. I'm gonna get it regardless. You're probably gonna get it regardless. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Make sure you like, you comment what you think about the game, sub to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next vid. Peace.